For a long time, we thought drinking was normal. It came with celebration. It came with stress. It came with adulthood. We didn't think we had a problem. We thought we had control. But the truth is, we were running from pressure, running from pain, running from expectations, running from things we didn't even know how to name yet. Today, I'm sitting with someone who has been my friend for 15 years. We seen each other at our highs, and lowest lows. And now we're both sober. Not because it was easy, but because we wanted the freedom. So I did something a little different today, family, you know what I mean? But this is my corner 33, and I want to welcome you guys back. I got a good one today, man. I got a good friend of mine. We've been knowing each other for 15 years. She known me before I had kids, known me before I had a career. She just known me as a youngin'. So I want to introduce you guys to my friend that I call Kimmy Kim, but she goes by Lady K. Thank you. Thank you, Lady K, for stopping by.
Thank you. Thank
Seriously.
you for inviting me.
For sure.
I'm so blessed to be here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so happy to see us in this beautiful space called Sobriety.
For sure. For sure. So how many years you got, Kim, Lady K?
Well, I have 2 years and 1 month. So I'm excited.
That's beautiful. And I have a year and some change. I have a year and what? 5 months?
Congratulations.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm so
Yeah.
proud of
Thank you.
you.
Thank you, man. For real, it's been a beautiful journey because getting sober was something that I never could think could be possible, especially for me. You know what I'm saying? Drinking has been a big part of my life ever since I was about, I've been drinking since I was 17, but going hard at like 25, 26. So for me to be sober is definitely a blessing.
And I never even imagined myself being sober.
Yeah,
Like it's to the point that I never thought that sobriety was going to be a part of my life. I always thought that when I got married, I would have a champagne toast.
right,
If
right,
I go somewhere, I would have a cocktail.
right.
And now it's like cocktail what?
Hmm.
I mean, I don't even think about it.
Because we don't need it.
Exactly.
We never needed it.
Thank God.
So let's start this off with a good question right here, right?
All right.
What were you really running from when you were drinking?
Wow, that's an awesome question. What I ran from was certain parts of myself that was weak. I tend to believe that I'm a very strong woman. I'm not a strong independent woman, but I'm a strong woman
Yeah,
because when I make goals and when I make plans, I go after them.
yeah,
But when it came to who I was as a woman, sometimes I felt like I didn't see myself as other people saw me because
word.
people would think that I'm a social butterfly, but inside I'm an introvert.
Yeah,
Like I enjoy being by myself,
mm-hmm.
and a lot of times drinking gave me courage
Yeah,
to want to be around people
yeah,
because a lot of times I didn't want to be around people. Like me and you, we could hang out.
yeah,
Just the one-on-one thing that was cool. But then to go out in front of a whole lot of people, and I would always feel like now I need a drink just so I can get some courage to just
mm-hmm.
go hang out.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I go out, people are like, "Oh my God, you're the life of the party. You're a social butterfly." I'm like, "No, not really."
Right.
Like it gave me liquid courage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I got you. Yeah. You're right. I mean, I'm kind of like the most extrovert, introvert there is though. So I
Mm-hmm.
understand what you're saying. Yeah. For me, I was just running from success. I was
Mm.
running from it. I was afraid. I was afraid to be different, even though when I was getting twisted, I was different anyway.
Absolutely.
I was afraid of success. I was afraid of working hard. Everything was the norm. Getting drunk was the norm.
Oh, yes.
Not pushing no boundaries, not setting no goals, not working at no dreams, just
Mm-hmm.
getting twisted every day. That was just the life of mine. So I was really running from success. I would have never imagined this, me having a podcast, right? I would have never imagined me being sober. I would have never imagined me having, my own brand that I got, sobriety of everything, my corner 33. I would have never imagined me having a year and some change sober. All this good stuff I was running from. And now that I'm sober, I'm like, what was I so afraid of? Why
Absolutely.
was I afraid of change?
Absolutely. And you know what? I realize that sometimes fear will stop you or fear will drive you. And something that my mother always told me is that fear is false evidence appearing real. So
Facts.
when you really understand, when you move past the fear and then you do something, and it's like this wasn't hard at all.
Not at
Like,
all.
why in the world did it take me so long to get here? I'm so a little sometimes I'm disappointed in myself because
Yeah,
it's like,
don't be.
well, and I mean, I'm just saying sometimes I was that it's like what took me so long to get here, but I know that God has a timing for everything.
For sure.
And this is my time, this is my season, and I love it more than anything.
For
I wouldn't
sure.
change it for anything in the world.
For sure. For sure. All right. What did alcohol give you that you didn't know how to give yourself?
Wow. Wow, that is really deep. Again, alcohol gave me courage, but
Mm-hmm.
now I found my own courage. I found my own courage within myself. I learned to look in the mirror and say how much I love myself, how proud I am of myself. I give
Mm-hmm.
myself grace, I give myself mercy. But then more importantly, I'm very proud of myself. I'm
Mm-hmm.
proud of the hard work that I put in to stay sober.
Word.
And
Right.
every day I continue to just use my courage to step out into the world. And I don't need alcohol to go and say hello or be the life of the party. Now I'm
Mm-hmm.
on a natural high and I
Yeah.
love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
Now that's a fact. That's a fact, man. So, alcohol gave me a false sense of confidence.
Mm,
I really wasn't confident. It was just the fact that I would get intoxicated and just say what's on my mind.
mm, I understand.
Stupid shit. But it wasn't confidence, it was just me saying stupid shit.
Trust me, I know. We've had many
You know what I mean?
conversations.
And it's like, yeah, just that. Now I give myself permission to make mistakes, man.
That's
You
beautiful.
gotta give yourself permissions to make mistakes, man. Stop being so hard on yourself, man.
Yes,
You know what I
yes.
mean?
Give yourself grace.
Give yourself grace, man.
Exactly. Because we have to be able to make mistakes and then to be able to look back and say, how can I better myself?
Yeah.
What did I learn from this mistake?
That's a fact. That's real. Because drinking is not the answer, nor is drugs the answer.
Not at all.
Because you're gonna wake up the next day with the same problems. And on top of that, you just being hungover gonna intensify the problems. You're gonna be having anxiety, depressed. First of all, you're gonna stink. I used to wake up in the morning and look gray. I ain't even look black no more. I looked gray. Just looking crazy. Eyes all bugged out. For what? Man, I wake up in the morning now, man, I feel fresh.
It's a beautiful
I'm
feeling.
telling you,
It's a
man.
beautiful feeling, first of all, to remember what you did the night before.
Oh man.
Oh my God, I don't regret being sober because now I don't have to drunk text and go back and look through my phone and
Mm-hmm.
say, who did I text? Who did
Mm-hmm.
I call? What did
Mm-hmm.
I say? What do I have to apologize for?
Right, it's a fact.
Oh my God.
That's a fact. What about the mornings getting up, checking your car?
First of all, you mean like where did I park my car?
Yeah, for real. Yeah. Nah, that's real.
Oh my
That's
God,
real.
man. When I say I thank God for just being, for just having mercy,
Yeah.
because I'm not glorifying anything that we did.
No, not at all.
Because
Not at all.
at the end of the day, it was like a low, it was like a low place in my life.
Definitely low.
And to be able to wake up and not have to worry about that, man, I choose this any moment,
Choose
any
this
day,
any day. Right.
every day.
Right. Okay. When you look back at yourself during that time, do you feel compassion or embarrassment?
Wow. When I look back, I feel compassion.
Mm.
I also feel a little bit embarrassed, but more I feel compassion because I know that I was not in my right mind. I know that I have to have grace and I have to have compassion and love for people who are still there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who don't even realize that this is a better way of life. So I'm very compassionate and my heart is tender for people who are still struggling, people who even get sober and they fall back down. So more compassion.
Yeah. Yo, so shout out to everyone that's in active addiction, yo. Shout out to them because we know how it feels. But my response is I feel a tad bit embarrassed. You know what I mean? Because I thought about something earlier. I said, man, I'm 34, right? So I'm 34. I got sober at what, 33, right? I started drinking heavy at 26. And when I turned 34, I said, yo, this is I can actually celebrate this birthday because I actually did a 360 change.
Yeah.
My celebration was valid, right?
Awesome.
Because I felt like even though I was Asian, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, right? But I still had that 26-year-old brain, right? I was suffering from arrested development. You know what I'm saying? I was still thinking of that 26-year-old who aunt just died. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I was able to grab that job I wanted. I was able to always have a car. I was able to keep up with the Joneses, this, that, and the third. But mentally, I wasn't right. You know what I mean? So that's why I feel embarrassed. You know, we all gonna have good times drinking or getting high, right? But it ain't worth it. It's not worth it, man.
Definitely not worth it.
It's not worth it, man. It's not worth to surround your whole life by drugs or alcohol.
Absolutely.
It's so much more to life. So that's why I feel embarrassed because everything was alcohol. Driving, eating, sleeping, everything was alcohol. You know, that's why I feel embarrassed that I let that poison take over my whole life for a good 8, 9 years of my life. You know what I mean? So that's my take on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really deep because
Yeah.
I do have embarrassing moments, where just doing not making sound choices, not making good choices. And just like you said, when you surround your life around, okay, well, I need to get a drink. Or when you go into the liquor store, people know your name and they know what you're going to get.
They know what you're gonna get.
And it's like, wow, to be able
back then we thought that was cool. Where everybody knows your name.
Oh my God.
We looking crazy as hell.
Exactly.
We think it's cool. I already know what you want, man. I would go to the ABC store. You know, this was like at the end of my drinking. I would get the sleeve of Amsterdam. As soon as I pull up, he pull the sleeve out, slap it on there, pow. I'd be like, yo, give me 8 more of them jumps. Looking crazy.
I know. And I'm so happy that that's not our life anymore because we would sit here and go somewhere, get what you want, get what I want, and just drink. And now it's like it's good to be able to be around you and be sober and see you in this beautiful light.
Thank you.
I love it. I
Thank you,
love
Kim
this
Kim.
for you.
And I just want to say, you haven't aged since 15 years ago.
Thank you.
Black don't crack once again. All right. What moment made you say, I can't keep living like this? What happened? Who was there? And what did you feel?
Wow. I remember that like it was yesterday. I remember I had just purchased my home.
Homeowner. Black Queen is a homeowner.
Thank God. Thank God for that.
Yeah. But it goes to show you that you can still be an active addiction and still handle business.
Absolutely.
But go ahead, finish. Go ahead.
No, you're right because I never stopped my dreams, my goals.
Mm-hmm.
However, once I became a homeowner
Yeah.
and I would sit in my living room and when I would just make a drink and I looked around and I'm like, wow, do I want to bring that same negative bad behavior into this new environment? Do I still want to do the same thing with the same people? And I realized, no,
Right.
I don't want this anymore. I want better for myself.
Yeah.
And then I realized if you want something that you've never done, you have to do something that, if you want something that you've never had, you have to do something that you've never done.
You have to do something that you've never done.
Yes. And I prayed, I got on my knees, and I was like, God, I need you to help me.
Yeah.
I need your help. I can't do this. I literally cannot do this. And I'll never forget that day. I woke up, I cried. January the 17th. And God literally took the desire away from me.
Wow.
And I have not looked back. I have not had a desire. And even when the enemy, try to come up and say, "Oh, don't you want?" I'm like, "No, I don't." As loud as the enemy and the addiction is, I would literally no. Like you have to talk back and say it and realize, no, I don't want that.
I don't want it.
And I realized that if I was to keep on doing that, I would not be where I am.
You would. Or you probably will still be a functioning alcoholic, but you wouldn't be this happy.
Well, I choose this. I choose
you wouldn't be glowing.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? For real, man. Seriously. You probably more irritable.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I was late meeting her head. She damn near cussed me out in the parking lot.
No, I did not. All I did was remind him, "Love, we're going to be professional.
Right.
Let's do the right thing."
Right. All right.
It was a gentle reminder.
Right. So the moment that made me say I can't keep living like this, man, I had I jumped the curve and I had gotten into some trouble or whatever. And then like the next day I was off. I had to pay like 750 to get my car to impound. And I had to pay 750 because it was in there for one night and they had to they say they had to get like some type of airbags to pump my car up, then drag it off the curb. So when I went to go see my car, only thing that was wrong with my car, my bumper was slightly off. That was it. Car still looking good. But I came to work that Tuesday, and then I was just like, again, bro, you getting back in trouble again? And I said, yo, I can't keep living like this, man. So I know I told this story a million times. I got on the phone with a rehab, man, and I broke down. And that was it, man. I was like, yo, I'm done with this, man. You have to make the call. You have to make the choice. Can't nobody else make the choice for you. If you getting sober for somebody else, you're doing it wrong. If you getting sober for somebody else, you're doing it wrong. You have to do it for yourself, man. Because if you're getting sober for somebody else, that somebody you getting sober for wrongs you, you gonna run back to the liquor store.
Absolutely.
I got sober for myself. I ain't get sober for my kids. I ain't get sober for my kids' mother. I ain't get sober for my job. I got sober for myself. You understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
I got tired. I was done with it, man. I was done with it, man. I was done with waking up depressed, anxiety running crazy, not sleeping right, not feeling right, waking up. I know I slept for 6 hours, But I'm waking up like I only slept for 1 hour. I'm dead tired. You feel me?
Ooh, I know.
Not having no freedom. When I get off from work, I gotta make a stop past the liquor store
Ooh.
because I think I can't sleep without it. I think I can't function without it.
Mm.
So I'm just happy I don't have to deal with that no more, man. So that was my moment, man.
And I just want to add, you know how people say, "Hey, I worked hard, I played hard, I deserve a drink."
Right.
It's like, "Hey, it's the weekend, and I deserve this." I done did all this, and now I'm like, "No, you don't."
You don't deserve it.
And that's one thing I'm really happy that I don't have to say that anymore. I don't have to say, "Oh well, hey, after a long day, I'm gonna get a nice cold cocktail."
Right.
Now it's like I don't even think about it
You don't think
at
about it
all.
at all, man. And I gotta give you your props though, Kimmy Kim. She got sober dolo by herself. Hey, I just want to let you guys know if you do your research on getting sober, right, you must know alcohol withdrawals will kill you.
Yes.
You must know that.
Yes.
So getting sober on your own is dangerous, but you did
Absolutely.
it on your own.
Well, I can't even take the credit. When I say God did it, God did it.
Yeah.
However, what I will say is that I found, I went to this app, I found this app, and I went to the Zoom to get online to do AA because I really didn't know, how to be sober or what to do. So I did join this beautiful all women's melanated group, and they literally helped me with my steps. They helped me to understand what my body was going to go through.
Yeah.
As far as different things, because I had no idea, like, once I start drinking, that I would start craving sugar, and I was never a person to eat a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
But then they told me, well, you're going to start craving this, and I'm like, well, oh my God, I'm eating sweets,
Yeah.
and I'm drinking, like juices, and I've always tried to be a healthy person. But that was something that I learned from hanging around the ladies and
Word.
my beautiful sisters. And then lo and behold, I found a beautiful woman who became my mentor, and we started going through the steps. And then I realized that the steps are nothing but biblical principles. So it went hand in hand with my spiritual journey that I'm living every day. And so one of my favorite steps is step 6, because it talks about your character defects. It talks about your flaws. And when you understand that you need someone to help you through that, and it just took me back to God. I don't need people. I don't need places. I don't need things. I need you to help me through this.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
And that's the journey that I'm on. Like, I get up, I pray, I thank God every day for keeping me on this journey. And I continue to just surround myself around beautiful people. I talk to you, we check in, I talk to my mentor, and I had to get rid of old people, old places, and things.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And I always say, God, thank you for everything that you've done for me, that you're doing for me, and what you have in store. I used to wake up 4 in the morning, man, and be like, yo, God, you got to get me sober. For real.
That's real.
You got to get me sober. And you know what he did? He threw that trouble in my life. And he said, you know what? I'm gonna put you through this.
Wow.
But you gonna go through this and ain't nothing, hey, you ain't gonna get touched, you ain't gonna get hurt, you ain't gonna get harmed.
That's beautiful.
I'm just gonna smack you on your ass real fast. Right? And I'm gonna see what you gonna do with it. And he saw what I did with it. I took the hint. And I got right. For real, man.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm so, like, people, you guys have no idea. Me and Lamar, we have been through so much together.
Yeah.
When he say the lows of lows, we would sit here and drink. We would get into arguments. We would say, "Oh, forget you." Like, we would literally just be at each other. Then we'd call and make up, like, and act like nothing happened. Hey,
Right.
hey, what are you doing? You want to go get something to drink? All right, cool, let's go.
Right.
Oh my
and
God.
and you know it was unhealthy.
It was toxic. It was very toxic.
And now she is a beautiful black woman, right? But now I look at her as a sister.
Yes.
It's crazy. It's insane.
Hey, well, it's a
Hey,
beautiful
hey,
thing.
bro. All right. What was the hardest truth you had to accept about yourself in sobriety?
Oh wow. The hardest truth was that I was weak.
Yeah,
That I was weak.
yeah.
And that's something that I never, that was never a pronoun or anything that I would use for myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I always saw myself as a, as a go getter.
Mm-hmm.
My parents, they always taught me, Kim, whatever you set your mind to do, you always get it done. I have
Mm-hmm.
friends who will always say, whatever goals you set, you achieve them, you reach
Yeah.
them. But once I realized that I was weak and that I couldn't do this on my own, I had to realize that it humbled me.
Yeah.
I'm helpless.
Yeah.
And it was very eye-opening. It
Mm-hmm.
was and even today it's still eye-opening because I know that I cannot do this without God and without, just being focused and continually choosing to be sober and doing the work. And
Mm-hmm.
then having beautiful friends like you who just call and check on me
Yeah, for sure.
and who hold me accountable.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. What was the hardest truth you had to accept about yourself in sobriety? Um, I was a procrastinator. I was weak. I was weak minded. I was selfish.
Mm.
I was a bullshitter. I wasn't living up to being a man. I wasn't living up being a father. We got to be real here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Our drinking don't just mess up us,
Mm-hmm.
right? It messes up the kids. It messes up your woman. It messes up your relationship with everyone.
Absolutely.
And me, once I got sober, right, I'm expecting everybody to forget. Man, I was drunk when I did that, man. You gotta forgive me. Nah, you know, it took me 45 days, close to 2 months to really like. I was gone for I was gone for 45 days away from my family, right? And I'm thinking the work is over. Like as far as like the no, they gonna forgive me. They see I left and got help. Nah, I still gotta tell my daughters I apologize for certain things I done did, certain things I done showed them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? How can I tell my daughter if I was still drinking, don't mess with nobody that drink if I'm still drinking? I can honestly tell her now, look, no, you don't want to deal with nobody that's under no type of substance.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You seen how I was. It's just through the grace of God, I had good work ethic.
Yes.
So I didn't really look like an alcoholic. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I had to realize, man. And sometimes, man, when it's just me, Dolo, driving in my car or at work or just anytime I just sit back and just think, sometimes I still get pissed at myself, like, damn, bro, why you do that shit?
Mm-hmm.
You know? So those thoughts still don't go away just because I'm sober, man. Depression, anxiety, that shit still here.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, I know I'd rather be here than over there.
Absolutely.
I'd rather go through all that shit sober. I'd rather, so we're gonna be complete transparent. I gotta be transparent with you guys, fam. You know what I mean? I gotta be completely transparent with you guys, man. I stumbled across this Bible verse, right? And it said, Romans 8:18. The pain that you've been feeling can't compare to the joy that's coming.
Amen. I love that
Yo,
verse.
when I read that, it kind of put me in a mindset of Do people that been sober their whole life even understand the importance of being sober? That's what took. It took me there.
Wow.
Do people that been sober their whole life even understand the importance of being sober? Do
Mm.
people that been sober their whole life take sobriety for granted? You know what I'm
Wow.
saying?
That's
And then it also put me in the mindset of, do I regret my years of substance abuse? Because if I didn't go through the years of substance abuse, I wouldn't know how good it feel to feel how I'm feeling now.
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It put me in
Absolutely.
that mindset.
Okay, and speaking of Bible verses, I forget where the scripture is, but there's a verse that says, "Those who have been forgiven much love much."
Yeah.
And every day when I think about how much God has forgiven me
Mm-hmm.
and the grace that I have, that makes me love God more and more. But then more importantly, that makes me really have so much love and compassion for other people.
That's a big fact. And then another thing, y'all, you are doing a disservice to God by you not living up to your true potential.
Absolutely.
You're doing a disservice to God by you not reaching your goals. You're doing a disservice to God by letting this addiction win, man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I know it's hard. I know it's tough. Trust me, I know, man. Trust me. Trust me, man. I know, man.